Hello everyone, welcome to Ekam Academy. So welcome to the answer writing series, and we have planned to take up module based answer writing series. Like constantly we would be going along with the module based answer writing aspects as such. Like we have started environment module, we would be taking 10 to 15 questions and we would be dealing with the answers which are there, and we would be showing you the model answer and the structure of answer. Then after once we finish the environment, we'll go into economy, we'll go into science and technology, we'll go into the rest of the aspects. So hope this answer writing series would be helping you. So if you want any other aspects to be dealt by us on this particular YouTube platform, you can just drop a comment in the comment section box so that we would be finding that particular comment and we would be helping you in that particular regard. Okay. So the first answer writing series would be starting up with the environment subject, which is part of your general studies paper 3 in the UPSC CSC mains aspect, which is one of my favorite subject. As you know, environment plays a very crucial role within your preliminary examination. This environment as part of GS paper 3 would fetch you somewhere around 50 to 60 marks implicitly, and this environment knowledge of answer writing will also help you in writing some answers of GS paper 1 of geography. Also certain case studies can be dealt in GS paper 4, and also it would be helping you in the essay aspects. Done. So the answer which we are going to see in this particular video is regarding with the mangroves. So first we will try to understand the question, then we will try to find out the keyword in it, then we will try to write some introduction, and let's see some structure and what is the content which has to be present in this particular answer. That is what we are going to see. So if you could see this particular question, discuss the causes of depletion of mangroves. So mangroves are the coastal vegetations, so which belong to littoral and swamp forestries. So discuss the causes of depletion of mangroves. This is part 1 of the question, and explain their importance in maintaining coastal ecology. So how these mangroves would be helping in maintaining the coastal ecological sense. This is what the question is. So question is of 2 parts. One part is regarding with the causes of why these mangroves are depleting. So either because of human activities or because of the natural calamities, we have to discuss it first. Then we have to see how their particular presence over there along the coast is helping us to maintain that particular region. So obviously 100% it is true that this is the keyword. Mangrove is the keyword over here. As I've already said, the introduction part which we are going to do, that particular introduction part shall be based on this particular mangrove ecosystem as such. Clear? So keyword, keep the keyword in your mind and start your introduction regarding with this particular keyword. So the introduction which you are going to write related with the mangrove is either you can define the mangrove or you can write the recent mangrove aspect, or regarding with mangroves, if anything has appeared in the newspaper, either because of its destruction or because of its deterioration, you can mention that particular point in the introduction and start your answer. If you could see the introduction in this, mangrove forestries are deteriorating due to over exploitation, deforestation, land reclamation and pollution, and large areas of mangroves have been cleared due to various factors. If you could see, either regarding with the contemporary context, you can start up this particular answer, or as a base thing. So see, for example, here he has asked to write about 200 words. So if he has asked to write regarding with this mangrove in 150 words, then you have to directly precise your answer and start writing about the causes of depletion of mangroves directly. So make sure that you have sense, either they are asking a question to write the answer to be written in 150 word or within the 200 word context. Okay. So or else you can directly define the mangroves, like mangroves belongs to littoral and swamp forestries which go on the coastal regions where the saline water and fresh water generally would be meeting up. Along the marsh and swamplands, we would be having the growth of mangroves, which are uprooted vegetation. So you can start up the introduction as such, or else you can just simply make a note that mangrove forests are deteriorating due to overexploitation, deforestation by humans, land reclamation along the coastal regions, and pollutions. So most of these mangroves are being destructed, or you can write example for it, like recently mangroves have been destructed along the Mumbai region for construction of the coastal project. So for the construction of the bullet train project from Mumbai to Ahmedabad, and also for the coastal road project, those particular mangroves have been depleted. So pollution is one reason, but pollution has a cause back to it as anthropogenic reason. So make sure that you stick to the introduction very effectively. So post that, once you write this particular introduction and regarding with the causes of depletion, here there is no necessity that you have to maintain a paragraph format. You can just directly write the causes of depletion of mangroves, and you can write a point-wise indices as such. So you can choose accordingly which suits to the question and which suits to the type of writing which you have. Next, if you could see what is the importance of these mangroves in maintaining coastal ecology. This is important aspect, clear. So this particular mangroves, they are the zone which contributes for huge amount of fishes. So fishes which shall be acting as a prey for many predators. Clear. This particular marine food chain generally which runs, that particular marine food chain has its basis at this particular mangrove forestry. That's why along the coastal deltaic region where generally mangrove forestries are grown, the Sundarban forestry regions, they are very essential for fishing aspects. So for the complex marine food chain, this particular system is very, very important for us. This is one point which you have to remember. Second, creation of breeding habitat for birds and water animals. Clear. So generally, what do you mean by this particular breeding habitat? So habitat refers to the physical address of that particular organism. So every organism requires a certain physical address. Clear. Where the habitat of two different organisms or two different species can be common when they are required with some common features or common characteristic requirement. So as such, most of the water animals and birds, they have these particular mangroves as their particular breeding habitat. In that sense, they would be maintaining the coastal ecology. If you could write the third point, that would be more better. Like filtering and assimilating pollutants from the upland runoff. Generally, whenever we shall be having river runoff, or whenever the sea waves generally tend to trash inward to the coastal regions, these uprooted vegetations of mangroves would trap the pollutants in it. So they would be acting as a filters for this particular pollutants. So this is one aspect through which it would be maintaining the coastal ecology. This is third most important point and most common point which most of the people would be writing. And if you could see the fourth one, stabilization of bottom sediments. Generally, we would be having different sized sediments. We would be having different weight sediments, like certain sediments would be of huge size where they generally tend to deposit on the bank, on the bed. Certain sediments like clay and silt doesn't tend to deposit, they generally tend to float on the water. So these particular mangroves, they doesn't allow the sediments to move further. They make the stabilized format of those particular sediments in that region. So any sediment crossing this particular mangrove would be deposited at that particular region, which shall be acting as a mineral base or a mineral bank over there. So these four are the most important aspects to maintain the coastal ecology as such. And if you could see the water quality improvements, generally as I have said, as these particular mangroves would be acting as a filter or aquifer, so it shall be helping us to make this particular water quality improvement to happen. So due to the filtering aspect which happens along the mangrove, the water quality obviously would be increasing. And protection of shorelines from the erosion. Generally, wherever we have a shoreline, if along that particular region, if we have mangroves, so the waves which generally are coming with furious speed, these particular mangroves would be reducing the velocity of these particular waves, so that the water inducement which is happening along the coast, that would be reduced. So when the water inducement would be reduced, or the velocity of that particular water would be reduced, or inundation of the land when it would be stopped, this erosion activity which generally happens over here, let it be the land or coastal topography erosion, or let it be the soil which is present over here, so that kind of shoreline erosion would be reduced and these mangroves would be protecting. Okay. If you would see, mangroves are the first line of defense for the coastal communities, whereby these particular coastal communities, when they would be hit with storm surges, flooding and hurricanes, and exclusively during this particular tsunami like situation, as tsunami is not a common phenomena, you can skip this particular aspect, but mangroves are the best protectors for the coastal communities when these particular tsunamis attack. So you can watch certain videos along the internet whereby these particular mangroves tend to reduce the intensity of the waves which are going to hit. Tsunami is generally referred to as harbor wave, right? So they completely come as multiple waves. These multiple waves which are coming with huge volume of water, with huge velocity and intensity, this presence of mangroves generally reduce the intensity and reduce the disaster event and reduces the casualties along the coastal regions. That's why government, when it has recognized the importance of mangroves, they started planting mangroves in most of the coastal topographies. So mangroves would be acting as a first defense during the tsunamis or during the huge cyclonic rainfalls. You would be experiencing storm surges along the coastal region where there is huge inflush of the water into the coast. That shall be controlled, and the flooding aspect which happens along the coast due to the wave inducement into the land, that can also be stopped. And hurricanes, like which is extreme form of cyclone, so when this hurricane would be coming, these storm surges can be stopped as such. Done. So these are the significant aspects which you can write as a point within the mangrove structure. Coming to the causes of depletion, generally in the introduction you have just given an overview. When you don't know the definition, just you have given an overview within the introduction. If you could see, mangrove forests are deteriorating due to overexploitation, deforestation, land reclamation and pollution. This you will be writing only when you don't know the right definition of the mangroves. So despite of writing this, you have to elaborate the causes of depletion as such. So in this particular causes of depletion, anthropogenic causes are very, very important. What do you mean by anthropogenic causes? Those causes which are induced by human activities, they are considered as anthropogenic causes. So in this anthropogenic causes, if you see, overexploitation by humans and illegal forest cutting, which is one of the most important event. Just now I was taking the example of the Mumbai case study where huge amount of mangrove forestries have been cut. So due to this overexploitation and illegal forest cutting, however, that has been legal, but illegal forest cutting to meet the growing requirement of the people is one of the major problems which is being faced near to that of Sundarban location. So along the Sundarban location in and around the West Bengal, Bangladesh, if you see, due to the growing of population, the requirement of the wood, either for manufacturing the boats or either for using this particular wood for domestic fuel or for making of furniture and sports goods or making the utilization of this particular wood in shipbuilding industries is making over exploitation to happen in that particular Sundarban region. So hence this is one reason which is the major content for depletion. Second comes shrimp farming. Generally, the rapidly expanding shrimp farming industry possesses the crucial cause for deteriorating the mangrove forestries in Bangladesh. So Sundarbans, in and around the Sundarbans, the inland shrimp farming. You know about the prawn culture and shrimp. There is a slight difference between prawn and shrimp. And in India, this kind of shrimp farming would be done in and around the Nellore district, which is present in Andhra Pradesh. So such kind of shrimp farming which is being done exclusively along the Sundarban region is making the depletion of mangroves to happen. So this is one of the reason which we have. Along with that, pollution, the industrial development, agriculture and aquaculture, so which near the river basins has led to production of huge amount of garbage. Obviously, if there are industries present along the coastal region, they tend to release the industrial effluents over there. And if there is some agriculture, heavy utilization of fertilizers, heavy utilization of the urea into it, so makes the water run off. When the water would be run off, it would collect all these particular fertilizers and urea, and it would be dumped into this particular coastal regions. And wastewater pollutants and other effluents, when they are released due to these particular industrial, agricultural and aquaculture activities, these particular mangroves along the coastal regions are being depleted. So recently we had a case study regarding with Sundarban, where the coastal communities who actually have to protect that particular Sundarban mangrove forestry belt region, they themselves are destructing that mangrove communities. Clear? So management failure, however, the management and administrative failure is one of the reason, is disappearing because of lack of training and knowledge of coastal land usages. So here it is a necessity that we have to generate huge amount of awareness as such. Clear? Within the coastal communities, awareness generation and certain policy framework at the decentralized level, at that particular zonal level, has to be brought. So efficient management and administration failure has given us one of the reason for the depletion of mangroves in this particular region. Okay. So diseases like top dying is the disease of dominant Sundari tree. So actually Sundarban Delta has got a name because of the Sundari tree present over there. If you just Google it and see how beautiful that particular tree is, that's why it has been given the name called as Sundari. So due to the dominant species Sundari over there, the Sundarban Delta has got its name in that particular region. So the top dying disease of the dominant Sundari tree, one of the biggest causes of deteriorating the forest in that particular region. Along with that, fire may have caused some of the most serious damage of mangrove ecosystem in the recent years also. So the camp firing which generally happens over there, or they generally tend to slash the wood and they generally tend to burn, or the dry leafing burning which generally happens. So these would be the reasons which generally make up the reasons for depletion. So those are the anthropogenic causes. Coming to the natural causes for destruction of the mangroves, this we can't stop, but we can reduce the impact of these particular natural causes, like natural disasters like tsunami or flooding, cyclonic aspect over coastal region, and climate change and sea level rise. See, this climate change and sea level rise, this is also not a natural reason. This has back anthropogenic reason, because climate change is not induced directly, but these climate changes are making the increase of sea levels along the coastal regions, which are destructing the mangroves as such. And nutrient depletion, clear? So especially like phosphorus and nitrogen was found to be directly connected with the decline of forest cover. So in this way, this nutrient depletion available in that particular region is also one of the reason which you can write in the natural causes. So anthropogenic causes are playing a crucial role. Natural disasters, however, they would be coming, but keeping natural disasters aside, we can't stop a tsunami, we can't stop a cyclone. We can just reduce their impacts by protecting these mangroves, because they will protect the coastal ecology and ecosystem. Natural causes can be reduced, the impacts of these can be reduced, but for this, the addition of anthropogenic causes are creating huge amount of havoc situations. So thus it is imperative seeing their importance in maintaining coastal ecology to save them through local and national efforts. And if government have here, you can write any case study in the conclusion, or you can write any way forward or any policy framework which has been taken by the government in the recent era. So these can be written within the conclusion if there is any contemporary aspect as such. Done. So this is how this particular answer can be written. Thank you for watching this lecture. Please do like this video, share this video as much as you can, and subscribe to the Ekam IAS Academy channel and click on the bell icon so that you would be getting the notifications whenever the video gets uploaded. So if you have any feedbacks, you can just drop it in the comment section. And if you want any other concepts to be made, please do drop in the comment section so that we would be getting in connect with those topics and making the video for you. Thank you for watching this lecture. Have an awesome day. Jai Hind.